Success starts in your own mind. We should never take a break when we're on our success journey. When our lives are in order, our goals are attained a lot easier and it becomes easy to realize our vision. Every person who is not on the playing field is a spectator in their own life. These are the people who will sit idly by and watch everyone else go after their dreams and goals and sit back with wishful thinking instead of developing a game plan and going after their own. Successful living is a learned behavior. We can learn to walk, read, write, and drive a car. So we can also learn success language and principles. The question is, will we ever learn it, or will we keep playing the victimization card? When we hear the phrase, as a man thinking in his heart, so is he, it's not talking about the organ that pumps blood through our body. It's talking about our brains. Our heart has its function, but it cannot think. So the heart that is spoken of is our central processing system, better known as the brain. If we desire financial independence, we need to hold that image in our mind daily. Now, we can't just hold it in our minds without some effort to bag it up. We attract thoughts, people, and experiences that harmonize with our dominant thought process. And only we, as individuals, know what those thoughts are. Knowing this, why do we choose to associate with people who are not offering anything that complements what it is we say we want? We associate with them a lot of times because the emotional attachment is too strong to let them go. Sometimes we associate with them because our self-image is so poor that we hang with them so we can feel better about ourselves. If someone has some traits or characteristics that you like to have, figure out a way to start being around them. Not to become like them, but to develop those characteristics you desire in yourself. Stop pretending everything is okay with your life. You're only fooling yourself. If you falsely think everything is okay with your life, you've already started dying mentally. We need to increase our expectations. We need to expect more from ourselves than we have gotten up to this point in our lives. The reason we have been, or the reason we have what we have, is because that has been our limited expectations. That's been our limited thought process. That's been our limited thinking. What does a better life mean to you? Have you noticed that some people do well regardless of which political party is in office, or even when the economy is supposedly in a recession? They don't get sidetracked by those issues. Their focus remains on their goals because they have already planned on obstacles appearing in the pursuit of their dreams and goals. Now, when you define what a better life means to you, what are you going to do about it to make it happen? We will never change or improve, because I like to use the word improve because so many people are afraid of the word change. So we will never improve if we never develop a burning desire or sufficient motivation. If your life is not where you would like it to be, you have the power within you to do better. And when we have reached a certain income level or position or title in life, we tend to skate. When we skate, we become complacent. When we become complacent, we become satisfied with our accomplishments. When we become satisfied with our accomplishments, we stop dreaming and we stop pursuing new challenges and goals. You can change your condition by changing your thinking. You have to believe that there's a better life waiting for you right on the other side of your challenges. Suppose your better life was across a river filled with crocodiles. Do you tell yourself that there's no way you can cross the river without being eaten? Or do you draw up plans to build a bridge? Now when you're ready to build your bridge, there will be some work involved. You know that materials will cost you a little money. You have a full-time job, so you have to work on your bridge after traditional work hours. Will you be tired? Sure you will. Will it be worth it? Sure it will. Will you have to give up some television? Will you have to give up recreation on the weekends temporarily? Yes or no, it depends on how fast you want to get to the other side, if you really want to get there. The more work we put into the bridge up front, the more time we will have to enjoy our better life. If we take our time, we will still get there, but why wait so long? We will fail in our undertakings if we have no visions for our lives. We have to be specific about our vision. You know, in a book that I read, it says to write down the vision and make it plain so that he who reads it gets scared. How hard will it become? How hard will it be to become goal oriented? You know, take some baby steps. We can't take giant leaps when we first start out. You know, maybe today you can start by reading a book for 5 minutes. Then you can gradually progress, because everything in life is a process, and you make progress through that process. Since we only have one life, why don't we write down in vivid detail what we want to accomplish? We have to know what we want, and we need to know the steps that we need to take in our pursuits. General goals don't give us much to shoot for. Our goals need to be specific. Are you the person you would really like to be? Are you living a meaningful life? What do you want your life to stand for? We need to think beyond our lifetime and prepare our future generations to face a world that becomes more complicated each day. Always strive for your best. Don't let somebody else set the bar for your life. You know why? Because they're always going to set it too low. You set your own bar. When you cross that bar, you need to raise it to a new level of height. I've always been one to encourage reading. Reading opens up the mind to new possibilities, and it takes us to new places mentally. Outside of reading positive materials, immerse yourself in some current events material, biographies, and autobiographies. Outside of positive reading material, the autobiographies are my favorite. I like to hear about other people and their struggles and how they overcame them. I like to hear about all of the things that happened to them that shaped their thought process. I like to hear about the heartaches and pain and how they handled and dealt with them. Tell yourself every day that this is the most magnificent day of my life. You have to feel worthy of the things that you desire. If you desire everyone you interact with to be friendly, courteous, integral, and kind, you must display that type of behavior yourself. Our inner feelings and thoughts need to be in harmony for our self-image to be strong. If you continue to attract into your life the things and people that you don't want, you have to change the thought process or improve the thought process. Don't even give any attention to the mind on things that you don't want to see manifested in your life. The more focused we are, the more successful we will become. You know, do a quick exercise on focus. Take any item that's stationary in front of you and focus on it. And see how long you can focus before your attention is directed somewhere else. If you're like me, that's an area of my life that needs improvement. How do you deal with distractions? Do you work on things that are urgent or those that are important? Are you constantly putting out infernos and not addressing the continuous small fires that need to be addressed regularly? Yes, infernos have to be dealt with immediately. However, the small fires that we keep ignoring are the ones that keep leading to the infernos. Determine what's important and what's urgent. You know, I used to bowl on Wednesday nights. You know, when I got married, I told my wife that bowling had to go on the back burner until I was totally certain that our financial destination had been reached and everything was in its proper place. Bowling was not important. Bowling was entertaining, but it wasn't productive. Unfortunately, what we see a lot of people in society do today are the things that are entertaining. We cannot continue to sacrifice our future to satisfy our present. You know, immediate gratification instead of delayed gratification. Here's a money question. What is the best use of your money right now in terms of your goals, vision, dreams, and purpose. The best and only time to take action on your dreams and goals is right now. Tomorrow's not promised to neither you nor I. Have you done everything that you could possibly do today to make tomorrow better?